Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to share you a tip which would be really useful to you if you are a Linux system admin. So without explaining things, I would like to show you, and I'm sure that you'd be able to grab the concept that I'm trying to share with you. Okay. In the lab we have two VMs, VM1 and VM2. VM1 is acting as a SSH server, whereas VM2 is acting as a SSH client. So I'm going to connect from VM2 to VM1. So basically from client to server. Okay. So when connecting, what I will do SSH -p. After P, I will specify the port. I don't know what's the port SSH socket is listening, so I'll confirm that using netstat. SSH service is listening on port 44555. Okay, so I'll use 44555 root @ here I can use either IP address or name. So for simplicity I will use name, SSH server. Okay, and if I do enter, then yes, I'm into the SSH server now. Suppose you have 10 or 20s or 50s Linux server in which you have not used the default port, which is 22. So instead of using port number 22, you have configured, I'll show you. Instead of using port number 22, you configured a custom port for security, and when you have to make a SSH connection, you have to use the port number every time. For a single machine it might not be a trouble, but when the system grows, or when there will be a lot of system, hitting the port would really be not so pleasant. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how can we eliminate this process and still use the port number. Okay, for that we should create a file called config in .ssh. Dot means hidden. Okay, so in this case it's a hidden directory, and inside this directory I'm going to create a file called config, and inside this file I'm going to use host SSH server, and I'm going to mention the port number, which is 44555. And if I try to connect now root @ SSH server, then what happens? Will it be able to connect? Yes, it successfully connected to the server. Now I'll show you one more thing. For example, if you write IP instead of hostname, then what happens? By the way, what's the IP of this machine? It's this one. If I write this, then will it be able to connect? No. If you want to connect through IP, then you have to mention IP address here, 10.10.147.1. Now if you try to connect using IP address, then yes, you can successfully connect. So this is a short video, but it would be really useful if you are a Linux system admin. I hope you learned something new. Thank you.